Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy. Today we're looking at the GMC Sierra EV. I'll include a link to the Provo GMC's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this truck. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Let's start off with the EV specs. We've got 460 miles of range. That's made possible by a 205 kilowatt hour battery pack. And then this produces 760 horsepower and 785 pound-feet of torque. This does come with a regular GM key fob, but you'll notice that we've got an opening for the front as well as the rear tailgate remote start as well. With no engine under the hood, because this is fully electric, you do get a lot of storage space up front. This also does come with an outlet up front as well. And I would say the cargo capacity here is pretty similar to what you see in sportier cars, so it's not massive, but it does add quite a bit of practicality. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Just like most trucks, you've got this massive hood with raised sections there on either side. I think the headlight design here is pretty cool. It also has a fun animation built in. And well, when I say headlights, the lights are actually down below. You can see the fog light there at the very bottom too. Putting it all together with that giant GMC logo, this definitely stands out. Tire and wheel setup is 275 by 50 by 24. You've got black with the silver on the wheels, and 24s are crazy. This does come with height adjustable air suspension, and you get these little cool lights there on the fender flares. It does also come with fixed side steps, and overall size is similar to a half-ton pickup truck. And this truck comes equipped with the cargo cover from the factory. We have a bunch of outlets in the bed. We've got LED lights and protection from the factory. And this also comes with a nice tailgate step system. This does also come with the midgate function, which is nicely labeled in terms of how to use it. But the basics, you can see the bottom of the seat's folded forward, and then I will also fold the top part of the seat forward too. And then you just press this little button here, and that actually opens up the gate itself. And now the bed extends all the way into the cab, giving you a little bit more storage space, and you can open it up on both sides. You also get these latches inside so you can remove the rear glass here too if you want. Wrapping things up with the rear, we've got really cool taillights. You've got bumper steps there as well. And yeah, this does kind of look like the old Avalanche with the overall silhouette. Well, let's check out the passenger cabin. There's nice soft touch trim here at the top, perforated trim down below, nice stitching and more perforated trim. Fancy with the speaker for the sound system. Really nice stitching and kind of a cool design on these seats in general. Headroom back here is good. We've got a little storage pocket. We've got cup holders, heated seats, and some vents. And headroom back here is also good. Now let's pop up front. We have that nice trim all over the front door panel here. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. We've got memory seat functionality, and then the front two windows are automatic. The mirrors also power fold in. Payload capacity on this is 1,479 pounds. Towing capacity is 10,000. And this vehicle weighs about 9,000 pounds, by the way. Denali there on the front headrest. Again, really nice trim down the rest of the seat. Power adjustments there on the side, lumbar support too, and of course the Denali badge. Now I've got some important shortcuts, obviously parking brake, but you know, to open up the tailgate and the front. Trailer brake controls are integrated on this side, steering wheel's power adjustable, and then you got some nice trim there. Now this is one of those vehicles that turns on automatically when you get in, but anyways, nice trim around the steering wheel. Got a silver finish here at the bottom. Feature-wise, this does come with Super Cruise. You got a regen paddle there on the back, and then we got some controls here for the center screen. Heated steering wheel buttons also on the steering wheel. Regular turn signal windshield wiper stock, and then we've got a column shifter. And then with that center gauge cluster, it is fully digital, so you can customize what this displays information-wise. They've got a few different formats that you can go through. We've got a 360 camera system with this, really good resolution. With the camera system, you can see out of all the different angles of the truck. And then as for the infotainment system itself, it's pretty large. You notice that we do have a couple of physical controls here at the bottom for like the volume, and then these are all little tabs for the climate. But then you notice the rest of the climate's built into the screen, like the heated and ventilated seats, for example, are in the screen. If you want to turn the headlights on or off, that's also built into the screen. And stuff like your auto park feature or even the drive mode select is also built into the screen as well. But at least this system is responsive, so that helps out. And then behind it, you can see nice trim all across the dash. Also, this does come with a heads-up display. More nice trim on the dash, Denali there at the very edge. We've got this little storage area, so you just kind of click that back. And then this contains a bunch of USB ports inside. Behind that, we got some cup holders, and then we got a giant center console, another little USB port. Nice trim on the top. Camera rear view mirror, and then this has a giant glass roof as well. Now all in, this Denali Max range tickets for $103,010. Let's see how it performs. Well, let us sit off in the Denali EV. Now this should have a pretty sharp turning radius. Let's see how it is. That's actually pretty darn good for a pickup truck. Gotta love rear steer. That helps out quite a bit. Wow. Independent suspension also helps out because if you have solid axle on the back. You're dragging that solid axle when you turn. So that does decrease turning radius quite a bit. But I also like that we have a physical button for the suspension to raise and lower. That actually is quite handy indeed. Now I will say the 24-inch wheels do add a bit of harshness. Not a lot of, I mean, it's got decent sidewall, but you got a lot of wheel compared to the tire. So you're gonna feel much or more through that, but they look cool. It's the price you pay. The suspension itself is actually very comfortable. So it makes up for the fact that it has the biggest wheels, I think, on any production car. It's just quite crazy to think about. I will say the full glass roof, I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, even though it is more opaque, it still just is like a heat sink. And it's got some power. It's very smooth. You know, EVs, right? You got instant power, instant torque right off the bat. So, not a problem. And I will say, something that's surprising me is more and more people are interested in EV stuff like this that weren't just a couple of years ago. I think that people are kind of accepting that, you know, they don't drive, you know, they don't commute all that far, so they're okay with the range stuff. But I mean, this has 460 miles of range, so like, it has a ton of range as it stands. So what we're gonna do here is pop it into the crazy acceleration mode. Okay, so that should be, oh, yep, it's got some torque. It definitely hits hard. Wow, that is impressive. It's quite impressive. Oh, buddy. Man, this truck is interesting. Continuing along. It's got so much power. It's a big vehicle, though. You definitely feel the size, that's for sure. Definitely feel the size. So it's something to contend with. Wow. It's pretty crazy. So, I think this is the most American vehicle ever. You know why? Not because it's a GM, but hear me out on this. This thing is massive, right? And it's, I mean, like that's the thing, first off about American vehicles, right? Massive, over the top. This is massive and over the top. Crazy power. And electric cars are all about being like efficient. This is not efficient. This has a huge battery instead of being efficient. That's American. It's like, oh, you need range? Big battery. Who cares about, I mean, this has some aerodynamics to it and everything. But I think it's kind of cool how they've set up this whole thing. So let me guys think about the GMC Sierra EV. Where's my camera button? I need camera. Let me guys think about the GMC Sierra EV Denali. But I think it's cool that it exists. I don't know if I'd ever, I mean, this is a lot of money. I don't know if I'd ever want to spend that much money on a EV, but it's got all the luxury, it's got all the power. It is a cool feat of engineering.